Hi folks, Roy Hall here with Mountain Health Functional Medicine. And what I'd like to do is just review our Sleep Foundations, a 5-step approach to better sleep. And this is a program that came out a few weeks ago, and it's really a good program, courtesy of Dr. Damiana, Damiana Corca, Corca. If you'll just look at her site, damianacorca.com, she has some really good information. But this is really a neat handout for sleep. You know, what's happening right now, this COVID crisis, so many people are having trouble getting to sleep and staying to sleep. And people are asking in the clinic for medications, and really medications are not the way to go. And basically, what this form does is it divides our daytime into 5 different sections. And each section has some things we can do to help assure that we get better sleep at night. And so the first section on the form is starting at 7 p.m. So you've gone to work, you come home, and now what you do so that you get a good night's sleep. And basically what I want you to do is think about from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. the time to be more active. From 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., it's a time to slow down and honor that slow down phase. So you got to give your permission to slow down at this time. Focus just on being, not doing. Doing is during the daytime, being is at night. Have a peaceful, mindful dinner. Make it time to look forward to this dinner. And make the evening all about you, less about chores, less about work, less about finishing any task, just about you, okay? And I want you to look for patterns that may not be serving you to the best interest, such as too much social media or too much alcohol. Replace those activities with quiet, nourishing activities, and that can even include watching some TV, okay? And see if emotionally you're choosing coping mechanisms rather than feeling your feelings. And acknowledge how you feel and choose activities that promote healing, support, calming down the nervous system. Then the next phase of the day is the hour before bedtime. So here we enter into a full winding down process to signal the nervous system to fully relax. Decide what your ideal bedtime is and count back 1 hour. Prepare for bed at the start of the hour. Brush your teeth, turn down the bed, turn off all electronics, or at least put them into airplane mode and put them out of reach. Do a combination of reading, nourishing activities, meditate for 10 minutes, either quiet time, sitting in your chair, or guided meditation. Also good to do is just journal, read, drink some tea, listen to a book or podcast, stretch, give and receive some touch, even cuddle with someone. I want you to aim to turn off the lights when feeling sleepy and groggy. Don't try to push past it or you may get a second wind. It's also helpful to listen to sleep-inducing relaxation sounds and focus on resting, and sleep will follow. Now the next phase is in the middle of the night, and so many people do wake up in the middle of the night. In fact, I tell people it's very fascinating. Up until about 100 years ago, almost everybody woke up in the middle of the night. A lot of people would get up and they had to stoke the fire to keep that going for heat, but they also use that time to get up and socialize, to have sex, and people even went from house to house in the middle of the night, and then they came back, got in bed, and slept again. And what happened, what stopped this thing, was the advent of electricity. Once we invented electricity, people didn't have to get up in the middle of the night to stoke the fire. So up until about 100 years ago, everybody got up in the middle of the night to do things. So when you wake up at 1, 2 o'clock, you need to know historically, this is not a new thing, it's not an abnormal thing. So when you do wake up in the middle of the night, I want you to stay in bed only if you're not anxious. Otherwise, get out of bed, go to a different area of the house. Be prepared for what to do if you can't fall asleep. Be it either listening or reading. Have your book nearby, have your iPad handy so that you can pull up that thing to read. Identify whether what helps you to relax is listening to a bedtime story, guided meditation, book or podcast, and then have it ready on your phone so you can easily start playing it when you can't fall asleep and can't go back to sleep. Use music that has delta waves and or binaural beats. Use apps such as Insight Timer. Again, if you'll just search for Damiana Corca. At her website, she has some of these really neat apps. and notice what wakes you up and whether you can change something about it, such as pets, or hunger, or being too cold or too hot, noise coming from the house, light, movement from a partner. Fix those things that you have control over, and assess whether reading, stretching, or meditating can help you during this time period. Above all, avoid checking emails, social media, reading the news at this time. So then the next phase is what happens first thing in the morning when you first wake up. And it's so important to try to wake up the same time every day. This is crucial for circadian rhythm and sleep health. And what I want you to do is make the first hour of morning a gradual awakening. Get sunshine every morning within an hour of awakening if you can. If sunshine is not possible, use a 10,000 lux light for 20 minutes each morning. You can set this on your bathroom counter as you're getting dressed, or set it on your kitchen counter as you're eating breakfast. It's even important to include exercise each morning, even as little as 10 minutes. You don't have to do a full, long workout, just 10 minutes of little exercise. And a full workout can be done as long as it doesn't make you feel like you're rushed in the morning. Being rushed is not good. And it's equally important to eat 20 to 30 grams of protein to stabilize blood sugar balance and cortisol production. What happens during the night when we're not eating, our cortisol levels go way high, and the best thing we can do to bring cortisol down is to feed the body something first thing in the morning. The best thing to feed the body is protein. This lowers the cortisol very well. So I want you to eat a meal that includes protein, some fat, and carbs. And if not hungry, just choose a protein shake. Now, the next phase is what happens during the daytime, well, at work for most of us. Have no caffeine until insomnia resolves, or at most drink 1 cup by 10 a.m. at the latest. Some people do clear their caffeine out very slowly, and it remains in the body much longer than other people. Also avoid any alcohol until your insomnia resolves, as it can be an aggravating factor. And when drinking, limit them out to 1 serving and have it more than 3 hours before bedtime. Include a siesta nap in the afternoon or rest in the afternoon. Focus on rest regardless of what's happening. The ideal time for this rest is somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m. for 20 to 40 minutes, not very long. Set a timer, get cozy, and rest. You do not have to go to sleep during this time period, just rest. Allow your mind to relax. And next, practice mindfulness throughout the day to help reset the nervous system. Do things like taking 3 deep breaths before eating, or 3 deep breaths before getting up to go to the bathroom, or take some deep breaths at the stoplight in your car. If you'll practice this mindfulness throughout the day, break your day into these 5 different time periods. Concentrate on the activities during these different time periods. I think that you'll find your sleep is much more relaxed, much more restful, and that you'll feel better the next day. So thank you for your time. I look forward to talking to you down the road. Have a good day. Stay healthy. Thank you.